Welcome to the Faculty 180 video to assist faculty in inputting their information. In this video, I will demonstrate how faculty can navigate to the proper sections to input the information when their administrators have requested it. To start, most faculty will be on the dashboard page. From here, you can either on the left-hand side click the Activities link to go to the Activities section, or if you have an action item, you can click on that from the main page as depicted here. After navigating to your activity input form, in the top right corner, you can click either Show All or Hide All in order to expand or collapse all of the different sections that you can input in. At the top of the screen is where you can submit, save and go back, or preview the CV associated with your information. Click the Preview CV button in order to preview all of the information relevant to the time period for your activity input. On the window that pops up, you can choose your template as well as the dates that you want to display in the example CV. As you can see in my current example, there's not any activities entered, and thus none will display. But as you enter activities, this will begin to populate. After you've closed the Preview CV, you can return back to your activity input form and begin filling out your information. Click on one of the titles to expand the section. After expanding and reviewing the instructions at the top of the activity input form, let's enter some information. First, let's enter some activities in the Advising Load section. Expand the section and you will see any activities that you've currently entered that fit within this time period. If no activities are currently visible, that means none are within the dates given. To see the additional entries, you can click View All. Since there are none entered for this account, we're going to add. Click the Add button. After you click on the Add button, you'll be brought to the Advising Activity Input form. Now, the exact fields that you see or the information that you'll be able to enter may vary per institution. In this advising form, you're first asked to fill out the number of students of each type. Since I advised undergraduate students, we're going to enter the number into the undergraduate field. You also have the ability to choose whether or not this will be publicly displayed. You can click on the question mark to learn more information about that setting. These are customized per institution, so you may not see that in your form. When you're done, click on Save and Go Back at the bottom. This will bring you back to the previous screen. If you want to enter another advising section, you can click Save and Add Another. If you just click the Save button, then you'll remain on this page. If you click the Cancel button, then you'll return without saving. After selecting Save and Go Back, you will be brought back to the Activity Input screen. There, you can click Add again to add another advising load. Let's do that one more time. Notice that when I return back to the Advising Activity Input screen, it's on the exact same semester that I was previously. Look how it's given me a warning stating that it would like me to go back and modify the previous submission for fall of 2016 instead of entering an entirely new entry. But since I am working in a different semester, I will simply swap it over to spring. Now let's switch the year to 2017. After entering the number of students that have been advised, go to the bottom and click Save and Go Back. After saving, scroll down and click Add in the Student Supervision section. In the Student Supervision Activity Input form, you can scroll through and fill in the necessary information. You can identify the required fields with the asterisk symbol that are in the field header. For instance, in this, you must enter a start semester and an end semester, or mark it as ongoing. If activated by your institution, you may have an attachments form at the bottom. Here, you can attach documents or URLs for your activity inputs. When you are done entering all of the necessary information, click Save and go back at the bottom of the screen. Now let's enter an activity that is not within the requested activity input period. So let's click Add in the Student Supervision section again. For this activity, I'm going to make sure that the date is before this current activity input period. So when I save it, it will not show up on the list. When you're finished, click Save and go back at the bottom of the screen, and notice that it does not appear in the list until you click View All. After you click View All, you will see all student supervision activities that have been entered, even if they're outside this current activity input timeframe. To clone an activity, click the Clone button on the right-hand side. This would be done if you only supervise students in the fall. Then you can make clones of a previous activity to show that it's going on from the next fall and not including the spring semester. Again, make sure that the semesters are not the same as the previous ones and also not the spring semester. This way, you can show that you only supervise a student every fall. In this video, you've learned to navigate to your activity input screen and how to enter in information to the relevant forms. You also can copy or clone activities to show that they're in specific semesters, or choose custom ranges and add additional attachments details.